Good morning, everyone. May 9th, 2020, day 27, and today I'm going to show you how to get your offer accepted in my eBay store. Hey, so before we begin, I do want to cover up some housekeeping notes. I first off want to say a huge thank you to everyone who subscribed to the channel. We are now up to 230 subscribers. My original goal was 225. We have now crushed it. So if you're a recent subscriber, thank you for that. And if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. My new goal is to be at 250 by the end of next week. That was my goal, to be there at the end of the month. So we're moving up our goals. It's great to see. So thank you for that. Hit that subscribe button. Secondarily, I have added to the website a Project 2020 link where I've kind of shown where the top artists are, the average artists, the top cards, the least popular cards, things like that. I'm sort of dipping my toes into Project 2020. So take a look at the website and it'll show all the card images, the card numbers and things like that. So take a look at that. And if there's anything that you would like added to the website, please let me know in the comments below. I'm always looking to make it more relative and more useful for the everyday consumer. But now to the topic at hand. How do you get your offer accepted on eBay? And I realized that as I was reviewing the past 3 episodes around my views on investment, helping you become a better seller, moving through base cards, I realized that I had not sort of talked about in a direct sense how to get your offer accepted. And so I've talked about this indirectly, but I wanted to sort of address this in sort of a 3 to 4 step process as far as what I see and what I look for when it comes to accepting an offer on eBay. So let's get to number 1. So the first one's going to be very straightforward, and it's going to be very simple. When you make an offer to me, or really any seller, so I'm using me as the context, but this could be to any seller. When you're sending the offer and there's a part for a message, please don't include a message that says something like, the market value of this item is X, like you must accept, or something along the lines where it's very direct to where your offer is crazy, this is the offer that I'm paying. We need to remember that people are selling for all different kinds of reasons. Some sellers may not be looking to actually sell their cards. Some sellers like to just show off what they have. And so this is something we got to keep in mind when we're making an offer. Some sellers like myself, we would love to move inventory at all times. But there are times also where I have cards listed that are rather high that I'm just waiting to see where the market's going to be at. I'm not necessarily looking to move this card within a minute of listing. Also, for example, in my eBay store, I have consignment that are buy it now best offers, where I have very direct instructions from the owner of the card where to accept and where to counter. So things like that are just sort of unknown when you're making an offer. But I just caution you all, and caution every buyer in general, be cautious of what you send in the message with an offer, because there's a difference of digital negotiation and physical negotiation. Just be mindful of that, but please do not send a message saying this is the offer because of the market value. Like, I'm just not going to accept that offer. I'm going to counter you back at what I'm looking to sell this card for, not what you're looking to buy the card. Oh, and a quick tip here, a sort of bonus content. If you find a seller you like, or a seller store you like, follow them. There's a link in there, or like a little follow button on their store. Do that because you get a weekly email of things they added to their store. It's not a feature I think that's widely used on eBay a lot. So if you find a seller you like, please hit that follow button. Now, along the same lines as point number 1 is point number 2. And this is something that I use as a buyer myself, that I don't see a lot of buyers using when it comes to me as the seller. And that is, when you make an offer on a card, if a seller sends you a counter back and you don't like the counter, but you want the card, send them another offer at your original counter price. What is forgotten at times or lost is the mindset of the seller when they made that counter offer. I'll make counters at times and maybe not be thinking about the market of the card or how long I've had it. I might just be making an offer just to make an offer, and I'm not thinking clearly about this. And so by the time you get that offer back, I might have said, oh man, as a seller, I should have countered maybe a little bit less or whatever that might be. But this is where I would actually send a message with the offer. So if I offering 125 on a card and the seller came back at 160 and or 150 and I wanted to be at 125 and I'm going to send that counter back at 125 again, I'm going to say, hey, this is my best offer. Because there is no box to click, first and final on eBay. It just we're sort of guessing that every offer we get from the seller perspective, it can go up. But if you're sending an offer back at the same price, send that message, hey, look, this is my best offer. So it gives the seller context to your offer to know that if they counter back, you're just going to decline it. And maybe 125 works after they thought about it. But do not be afraid to send a counter offer back that's the same price as the first one, or the same price as the first offer, with a message explaining that this is your best offer. And number 3 on my list is for anybody who sells at volume or has a wide variety of inventory. And if you found a seller that you want to buy multiple cards from, I'm talking like 5, 6, 7, even maybe 2 or 3, it just depends. What I would recommend doing is pay full price for one card. Just hit the buy it now, pick it up. And then make offers a little bit lower than you would on the other cards and say, hey, I just bought the card X at full price. I am making offers on these cards. I know that if a buyer hits the full buy it now on a card and then make offers, I'm going to be very thankful that they're spending more money with me, and I'm going to be more likely to accept those offers than I would if they were just making a bunch of random offers. So I know this is sort of positive seller, but it's actually positive buyer at the end of the day, because you are going to get more cards at a reduced price if you just hit the buy it now on 1 or 2 cards in that entire process. Secondarily, I remember my best customers. I don't know them by first name. I've not met most of them, but I recognize their eBay handles. So if you're looking to develop a relationship, you're looking to have the best price possible as a buyer, I recommend follow those buyers, message them, maybe pick up a card at full price, but continue to shop with them, because I know the customers of mine who are regulars, I give them the best deals. And at the end of the day, the way to get a best deal is through personal relationships and having that back and forth. So don't be afraid to pay a full price for a card and then pick up 4 and 5 more and then message the seller saying, hey, I'm buying these also with this card, because you never know the end result. So in summary, number 1, follow the sellers on eBay that you like, that you shop from. You get that weekly email. Number 2, when you make an initial offer, do not send a message demanding the seller accept the offer based on current market trends. Just send the offer, and the message time will come later in the negotiation. Number 2, if you get a counter back you don't like, but you like your first price better and you're not going to go any higher, send that counter back at the same price and then send a message. Hey, I'm at 125 or I'm at 140. Send that second counter back at the same price as your first one. And number 3, to me, is the big one. Develop that relationship with the seller, and because it goes both ways. The buyers that communicate with me the most and buy from me the most get the best deals. So work on developing relationships with sellers, and it's going to pay dividends in the end. So hopefully, guys, this helped you out and you're able to make or get better deals on eBay now. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Have a great weekend, and I will see you all tomorrow.